Hey, good afternoon. My name is Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones, and I want to do a crypto market update today, a short video focusing on that topic. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Hope you're having a super great day. And if you've been watching the crypto markets, they're not doing so great, and they haven't been doing so great over the entire month of January. Now that we're entering into February, things are not really any different. So, with that being said, we're seeing Bitcoin around 8,000 on CoinMarketCap.com, and a lot of the other exchanges is kind of hovering around that high $7,000 to $8,000 mark. That's the lowest we've seen it in a while. Yesterday, it actually hit about 7,500 on Coinbase, which, if you're following the market, you realize Coinbase is probably one of the more expensive places to buy Bitcoin out of exchanges. So if it was at 7,500 on Coinbase, that means that other exchanges probably had it for less. So there's a lot going on right now. Really, what I want to kind of focus my video on is logical thinking and level-headed approaches. And 2017 was an absolutely stellar year for cryptocurrencies in general, and specifically Bitcoins. There naturally had to be some type of pullback and correction happen because things had an exuberant, massive run up on all levels. I mean, there was coins nobody's ever heard about that was up 3,000%. I mean, it was just the numbers and the margins and the parabolic increases were astonishing and nothing like anything most people have ever seen. So I think naturally things are correcting right now, and there's a lot of FUD overall in the market. There's a lot of things going on right now, such as the Tether scandal. Tether is the equivalent to USD dollar on an exchange. And so there's been some information come out that's kind of indicating that's possibly not the case, and that there may be some scams associated with Tether. There's also been some FUD related to other countries, India, South Korea, China, of course, other places just constantly having some bad media press and bad media coverage regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You've had people like Stripe end their relationship with Bitcoin, which is a credit card processing company, because of high fees. You've had a lot of just bad negative press. I don't know how else to say it. Recently, even today, yesterday, you've had JP Morgan Chase, you've had Bank of America, and you've had Citibank all come out and say that they are now banning cryptocurrency purchases with a credit card issued from their banking institution. So they are basically saying no, that you can't use a credit card to buy cryptocurrencies if it's been issued from their bank. And that even goes deeper because what happened is the behind the scenes merchant companies have actually changed the code associated with a crypto purchase with a credit card online, and they've classified it similar to the way that a cash advance would be classified. And so that is just, cash advances have a very high fee and interest rate usually associated with them. And so they were starting to attach these higher fees and additional fees above and beyond any exchange fees that the credit card companies were charging you, because of the shift in the way that the purchase was classified when it was a cryptocurrency being classified with a credit card. So there's a lot of bad negative things that have been related to Bitcoin lately and to cryptocurrencies in general. In addition to that, you're coming on the heels of a massive run up that happened in November and December of 2017. So naturally, I think that it all has to have a correction at some point. And healthy markets do correct. Right now, when I'm looking at CoinMarketCap, I'm looking at a market cap of $392 billion. That's That's really low considering we had hit like $850 billion. We were almost at $1 trillion. We've had a huge correction on the total market cap. Bitcoin dominance is about 35%, and the market cap for Bitcoin is 138 billion. So that's a massive amount of change down from what it's been at its high. So naturally, if you bought in at the highs, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you other than I hope you learn a valuable lesson and that you should never FOMO, you should never run in, and you should never buy any coin at the high. I don't care if it's Bitcoin, Ripple, Tron, or any of the coins that had a crazy rally. All of these coins are going to correct at some point. And I would encourage all the people to take a look at these graphs in more detail and really see what's trending and what can you identify as a trend to know when is a good entry point and a good exit point. And if you have a long-term strategy hold and maybe that's your strategy in general, then your strategy is just to hold. So there is no exit point at this point. But naturally, markets with that kind of run-up are going to have some type of correction at some point. It's just, it has to happen. The real thing that I want everybody to think about is Bitcoin at its high in December 2017 hit $19,500. It's right around $8,000 right now. That is $11,500 less than its high. So if it's hit 19.5 before, we as a level-headed investor logically can only think that there's a high probability that it can hit 19.5 again or higher. So if it can hit 19.5 again or higher, then that means there's a massive amount of upside where Bitcoin is at the price point that it is right now. Now, that's not investment advice, and anything on this video is not investment advice. This is all my personal opinion, and you need to make your own personal financial decisions when making any of these decisions. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. But I do want to say that these downtrends in markets provide a huge opportunity and massive entry points that you don't see all the time. And so a lot of people may have FOMO'd last year and they may have said, oh, I missed out. Bitcoin is way too high right now, I'm not going to buy it. Or some of these other altcoins are way too high, I'm not going to buy them. And that was a smart decision. You shouldn't have bought them at that time. But now look at the prices. And my thought is my gut tells me that if Bitcoin's doing what it's doing now and recently over the last week or so, it's still going to have some downside to this. I'm thinking we might go down to like 6,500. I know some people thinking that I'm crazy when I say that, but we were at 19.5 like a month and a half ago. So I don't really think that going another $1,500 down from now or $2,000 down from now or even lower than that is out of the question for the short term. On the long term, I am very positive about Bitcoin. I do think that it's going to turn around and things are going to explode once the exuberant gets back into the market. But for the meantime, it's flat and there's a lot of FUD going on. So again, have a level-headed approach here. If you believe in cryptocurrency, if you believe that fiat currency is going to go away and digital cryptocurrencies are going to become more popular and more mainstream, then you have no reason to believe that this isn't going to turn around and have a high upside when that exuberance gets back into the market. But right now it's been a roller coaster ride and it's going to have a lot of ups and downs. So if you are a day trader or a month trader or a week trader or whatever, you could be making some serious money right now if you're playing your cards right. If you're a long-term holder, then all you really got to do is buy at the lows and hold and wait for that opportunity after the market has really run up and stabilized over the course of a long period of time to get out. So think level-headed, Be smart and think about these downturns in markets as great entry points and great opportunities for you as investors to study some new coins, study some graphs, identify some trends, and really try to educate yourself in a further capacity. Again, as I said before, nothing on these videos is financial advice. This is all my personal opinion, but I did want to have a quick market update on this Super Bowl Sunday as the markets are really, on a downtrend right now. Again, my name is Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones. I hope that you'll click subscribe, be a part of my YouTube channel. We're going to be producing a lot of cool content pertaining to cryptocurrencies, investments, craft brewery reviews, mountain biking, snowboarding, the list goes on. Hope you have a great Super Bowl Sunday and go Patriots. Don't bet against Tom Brady.